It started with a flicker, just a faint blip in the data, something cold, silent and fast, moving through our solar system in a way nothing ever had before. Telescopes from Hawaii to South Africa caught it first. Then NASA confirmed it. A new object, uncharted, unbound by gravity's rules. And most terrifying of all, it came from outside our solar system. At first it looked like just another rock, but within hours patterns emerged, its speed too fast, its trajectory too precise, its reflections too bright. And when scientists traced its path, what they found made the blood run cold. It was headed straight toward the heart of the system. For decades we believed space was silent, still and indifferent. But now, as this mysterious object barrels through our cosmic backyard, the James Webb Space Telescope has turned its gaze upon it. And what it's revealing may be something we are not ready to face. Because some are already asking, what if this isn't just a visitor? What if it's watching us back? First detected between June 25th and 29th, the object, now officially named 3I Atlas, appeared on the radar of Atlas, a high-speed sky-scanning system designed to catch hazardous objects before they surprise us. But this wasn't just another asteroid. Its speed exceeded 152,000 miles per hour. Its orbit didn't follow any known gravitational loops. And when astronomers simulated its path backward, its origin didn't point to the Oort cloud or even Neptune. It pointed to interstellar space, possibly the core of our galaxy. This wasn't a leftover rock from the birth of the solar system. This was something that had been traveling unseen through the dark for tens of thousands of years. And now, it had crossed into our domain. But the real mystery wasn't just where it came from. It was why now. Before 2017, we had never seen a single interstellar object. Now we've seen 3, and each one has been stranger than the last. After confirmation, scientists scrambled to get time on the most powerful observatory ever built, the James Webb Space Telescope. But Webb wasn't looking at deep galaxies this time. It was focused on something much closer and far more unsettling. The object's brightness didn't match its size. By its reflectivity, it should have been massive, but measurements suggested something smaller, which means its surface wasn't behaving like rock or ice. It was behaving like metal. Cold, reflective, possibly hollow. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb, who once suggested that 2017's Oumuamua might have been artificial, stepped forward again. He urged scientists to check for non-gravitational acceleration, tiny shifts in motion that gravity alone can't explain. If found, that would mean the object wasn't drifting, it was navigating. And if it was navigating, then we weren't watching a rock. We were watching a decision. To understand why this matters, we need to look back. In 2017, Oumuamua shocked the world with its strange cigar-like shape, lack of comet tail and unexplained acceleration after passing the sun. Then in 2019 came Borisov, faster, more volatile than any comet ever observed. Both raised questions, neither gave answers. But 3I Atlas is different. It carries the impossible brightness of Oumuamua, the speed of Borisov, and behaviors that don't fit any natural category, which has led some astronomers to whisper something radical. What if these aren't random? What if they're part of a sequence, a deliberate wave of contact disguised as chance? Because for centuries the skies were empty, then suddenly they weren't, and the only variable that changed was us. Among the models and papers, one question lurks unspoken. What if it's not natural? When the brightness is too high, the path too precise and the motion too controlled, you're left with a possibility few dare say aloud. Artificiality. Not aliens in Hollywood's sense, not saucers and green beings, but probes. Autonomous messengers sent long ago from far away, places Avi Loeb warns we may have already missed the message with Oumuamua. 3I Atlas could be our second chance. Its reflective surface, its anomalous speed, the timing of its arrival. They all suggest intentionality, or at least design. Webb will keep monitoring. But the real question isn't what it is, it's who sent it. As days passed, data from Webb and ground-based observatories began to align, and what they found was chilling. The object was accelerating slightly, not because of solar radiation, not because of gas venting. There was no tail, no plume, no emissions at all, and yet it moved, adjusting course, slipping past predictions with eerie precision. Webb's infrared scans confirmed a faint but consistent heat signature, not chaotic like a natural ice body, but patterned, controlled. The whispers began again, just as they had with Oumuamua. Only this time they weren't dismissed. This time they were measured and feared. Because acceleration without force means only one thing: control. And suddenly scientists began asking the unthinkable. What if we aren't just observing this object? What if it's observing us? Then came the breakthrough. NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center ran a full spectral analysis. Instead of silicates, iron or ice, the surface revealed advanced carbon structures, the kind more associated with engineering than geology. It looked manufactured. The spin wasn't random either. There was symmetry. One side absorbed more heat than the other, suggesting design. Electromagnetic scans hinted at internal complexity, layers, cavities, maybe even compartments. This wasn't a rock. If nature didn't make it, then someone did, and that's when everything changed. At first, agencies were transparent. NASA, ESA, ISRO, they all shared trajectory data. But then suddenly updates stopped. Mission pages went dark. Observational timelines vanished. Journalists filed FOIA requests, but documents came back heavily redacted. Researchers were pulled. Off projects. Access restricted. The public, once fed excitement, was now met with silence. Why? What changed? Analysts believe something extraordinary was found, and governments weren't scrambling to understand it. They were scrambling to control it, because once a discovery challenges not just physics, but security and belief itself, it stops being science. It becomes power, and power demands silence. As the object drifts silently through our solar system, one truth becomes unavoidable. This isn't just a data point. It's an inflection point, a moment that forces us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about space, solitude, and our place in it. If it's artificial, then it came from a civilization far older than ours, a civilization capable of building something that survives millennia in the void. If it's natural, then we've found a phenomenon so advanced it mimics design itself. Either way, the message is the same. Our understanding of the universe is incomplete, and for the first time the void may not be silent. It may be staring back. And here's the most unsettling thought whispered among scientists. What if this wasn't meant to be found by accident? What if its arrival, our technology, and Webb's timing all converged at the exact moment we became advanced enough to notice? What if this wasn't random at all, but a test? For billions of years, silence, no signals, no visitors. Then suddenly, as AI rises, as quantum physics accelerates, as humanity stretches beyond Mars, something appears. Quiet, perfect, intriguing enough to lure our greatest telescope off its mission. Could this be the moment where we become the data point, where our actions, our curiosity, our silence are all being measured? Because maybe the scariest part isn't what we've seen. It's realizing that we were never the observers. We were always the observed. The James Webb Space Telescope was built to peer into the birth of galaxies. Instead, it found something at our doorstep, too perfect to be random, too silent to be ordinary, too timely to be coincidence. We wanted answers. But what we found was a mirror, a gliding enigma reflecting our deepest questions. Are we alone? Have we ever been? Or were we simply too primitive to notice? What Webb has revealed isn't just a new object. It's the beginning of a new vocabulary, one that may include words we're not ready to define. Artificial, intelligent, intentional. The truth is simple. We've entered a new phase of awareness, one where our telescopes don't just show us the stars. They show us how much we still don't know. And maybe how much someone else already does. This wasn't a warning light, it was a test pattern. And the real question now isn't whether we'll find something out there. It's whether something has already found us. If this story sent a chill down your spine, if it made you question everything we thought we knew about the cosmos, then don't walk away in silence. Subscribe because we follow the signals others ignore. Turn on notifications because the next object might not just be passing by. Share this with someone who still believes we're alone. And tell me in the comments, do you think Three-Eye Atlas is natural or something more?